Alright, well, hello viewers, and welcome back to Endless Legend with me, PPChuChu. So, last time when we had left off, we did a little bit of world exploring. We covered the basics of the game and what resources are and stuff and such like that, and tech really. So, for this episode, I figured we'd speed up the pace and really try to get the game going here. So, anyhow, I've been using Petrov Judith's little army here, and she's been going around and she's been gaining some intel for us in this area here and there. I don't know if we leveled her up before then or equip her with items, but anyhow, we managed to buy a few items from the armory tab here, and I've given her a new bow and a helmet for some armor, so that increased her attack and stuff and such like that. And in addition, just for a little bit of a summary, we gave her a few perks here, and this is the perk system in the game. We can level her up. So we gave her Indiana Bones and Agile Mover, and I think I'll actually do two levels of Agile Mover because that's going to increase her movement speed, her army's movement speed in general, which will be really helpful. And currently, she's doing scouting, so that'll be even better. Now, anyhow, the game is progressing further on. One thing that you guys should know about this game is, well, I didn't necessarily mention it before, but because of how it's set up, I mean, Endless Space suffered from this too. The game turns will go by really fast and you won't necessarily do all too much during these turns. So the game goes on for like turns numbering in the hundreds, whereas something, say, like Civilization... Oh, I discovered a rune there. I should probably explore it. No. So, yeah, like, the game goes on for a very, very long time like that, so it's alright. It's not, say, as one of those, like, competitive games where you had to manage each and every single turn to sort of optimize it, and I think that would lead to a very, very boring game anyhow. So anyhow, we've been camping out inside our little town for now, built a garrison of Marines, a settler unit, because we want to colonize another region soon. And in addition, I have some of these Vine Snake units that, if you remember, were originally an opponent, but the thing is that I've actually managed to integrate them into our faction, because I remember doing a quest involving pacifying them, going to one of their villages, and I believe either bribing them or doing like a sort of mini quest for them. So yeah, we can now, I believe, train these Vine Snake infantrymen. They're heavy, they are pretty heavy on health. They're not necessarily great on defense as a lot of the units we've seen so far, but they have the circular attack thing, so it's like I believe it can attack all around them, but you know what, there's no, unfortunately there's no little inventory type of thing, or not inventory, but encyclopedia, so I haven't been able to do that. Anyhow, I've been looking into the game quite a little bit more, you know, doing the manual stuff and such, because there's no tutorial for the game just yet. And what we have here is that we actually have a small little bit of strategical resources which we can make into some new troops, or some new items for our troops. And in addition, we have some luxury resources, and how these luxury resources work is that we can activate them for a cost in whatever luxury goods these are, and for a couple of turns it'll give us a bonus. So we currently have a small quantity of dye, and if we activate this dye, it'll give us plus 50% purple star influence increase. So what that'll do is that'll allow us to choose one of these Empire plan things. And again, I tried to record a bit earlier, but it wasn't, the quality wasn't really that great and not much happened, so I apologize guys if we already talked about this here. But the Empire plan is that we can just sort of spend these influence points to give us bonuses in either military, tech, and economy stuff, so that's also really rather neat. Anyhow, I'm gonna get Petrov's force to explore the land over there, and in the meantime I think we'll just continue building up on our city. So we already have a few different improvements so far, and I'll just show you guys that right now. So a lot of stuff that generates cash, and a lot of stuff that generates resources, and in general a lot of other things. And of course we have that expansion little village list here, where yeah, that is sort of that. Now, I think currently we're generating quite a lot of gold, or dust inside the game, which is the currency after all. We're doing pretty well on research, so I think I'll prioritize getting our people some more production going on. And again, how you expand your little towns inside this game is that you build these city boroughs, and it'll actually expand the town on the campaign map here. So, as you might imagine, if I hover around the different areas here, it'll show us the different locations that would then be available to us. And it looks like this tile right here appears to be the best one for productivity. So I'll build that right there. That'll take 10 turns. But of course, we can speed that up with our reserves of dust. But that one's a little more expensive. So I think I'll wait a bit on it. And our turn will just gradually grow. And Petra will then explore areas more and more. So, I've been doing quite a little bit of research here, and as you can see, we've unlocked the second era. And how this works is that it's sort of in the vein of Civilization. I remember talking about this, how you sort of complete one era, then you move into the other one. These techs are split between military, expansion, economy, and scientific. Currently inside the game, there are 4 different eras, although they do plan on including a 5th one and a 6th one inside the final release of the game. So anyhow, inside tech right now, I've been getting a few interesting technologies, namely a lot of buildings that help us out with food, dust, gold, and just production in general. But some of the unique ones that I have here is Language Square. I researched the Dawn Officer type of troop, which is a cavalry. It's actually some guy with an axe, but for whatever reason the game categorizes it as a cavalry unit. But it's a bit of a tanky unit for us there. And yeah, pretty much that. So Language Square allows us to bribe and parlay with different minor factions inside the game, making it really rather useful in assimilating those smaller races. Let's see. I wanted to get this rookery tech, but it looks like that is going to be a little too expensive for us here. Now, if I go back, I recall us generating quite a lot of tech. Not so much anymore. Perhaps it's because we're spending a lot of stuff on building right now. But I do want to get that rookery tech, so I'll put that there. It's going to take 30 turns currently, but I think as soon as that place builds, or no, maybe not. What is... I see. Oh... It looks like the orange faction over here, the Broken Lords, they've actually set up a siege for our town. This is sort of why there's this palisade with this little wall set up. So they're sieging my town with 2 units, and this is a feature inside the game. And because of that, our guys can only access these 2 middle tiles, which isn't giving us very much. So it looks like they want to fight. In that case, I think Petrov is going to have to avoid those ruins just for now, because I'll need her to get back here with her squadron of Marines, so that we can hopefully start a battle next turn and take out one of these groups of troops. They are actually going to fight me over here. So it looks like we have a decent chance at winning this fight. I would have preferred it if we were able to bring in our troops inside the town, but I think we'll just fight this battle as is. We'll go manual, and we'll just sort of take down their little group of troops here eventually. Now, I'm not particularly sure about this because I haven't actually had one of these battles involving multiple groups, but I believe those riders from that little group over here will also show up in a little bit of time. So anyhow, I'm gonna check out their units here. These guys, can I click on them? Kind of cheat. I think I'll have to ready up and then hover over them. No. I'm not really sure how well their units are. There we go. Now we have this little panel here. So yeah, we've checked out these stalwarts and these guys already. They seem to be able to get healed in the middle of battles, which is kind of neat. They can move pretty fast. I'm not really sure what the soul leech thing is, but I assume that it is something regarding dealing damage and absorbing health. So I'm going to get my guys to just sort of stand over here, and I'm just going to lay on barrage versus barrage stuff. Height actually matters quite a little bit inside the game. Currently, I believe we have the high ground, because it looks like this tile area is higher than the rest. All we want to do is just pummel these guys. these stalwart troops actually move faster than our Marines. They have more initiative than our guys. So currently they are laying down quite a little barrage of attacks at us here. Oh, actually, some of their troops are also damaged right now, so hopefully we'll be able to get rid of them really, really rather fast, like. I'm a little bit worried at the beasts inside the back here, but I think we'll be fine. It's gonna be one of their troops down. Ah, their troops are starting the battle already wounded, so looks like we'll be able to pick out that rider really easily, but those stalwarts are gonna come in. And yikes, these stalwarts are really, really heavy on their attack. Ooh, this is gonna be a costly battle for both of the sides here. Yikes, those riders are super deadly. That is not gonna be good. Oh, we took that thing down. Ah, did a little unit trade-off there. Huh. So I think I'll get Petrov and everybody to focus down the riders, because Petrov does a whole bunch of damage, and it looks like, unfortunately, our Marines are gonna just die over here. Oh, that's actually going to take out those guys. Okay, fair enough. I didn't really expect that to happen, but yeah, a costly battle for both sides. But that is definitely going to destroy their little army for quite a little bit of time. Unfortunately, Petrov is now wounded, so she'll need to be healed. And of course, now this will open back up those tiles, and it'll allow us to continue building. And hopefully our tech will research a little bit faster. It still says 29 turns over there, but I'm not too sure about that. I think what I'll do is that I'll just get Petrov's army to come into the town here. And let's see what we can do. What can I order her to do? Yeah, because we can teleport this unit too. I want to transport... I want to get some of the garrison units, namely these vine snakes, out here. Hang on. Because we still have these guys, and I want them to join up with our troops just to sort of replace those Marines. So I think I'll do that. And in the meantime, coming from here, we still have a few units. With settlers, you can actually only colonize one, or you can only found one town, one region inside this game. So currently I'm thinking about founding another town. Unfortunately, I think I'll have to build up my military first, but I think I'll found a town here in Anrak, because this region seems to be well isolated from the factions over here. So I mean, currently there's 6 different factions. That's the maximum amount of players that you can have on one map. And it looks like we have orange over here, 3 factions over here. So there should only be one other faction that we haven't seen their territory just yet. So I'm thinking down here in the south, and I want to say Iberian. I can't really see the first letter in that name. And the areas down here look like they would be really, really good locations to just sort of expand into, because they're relatively safe. You know what, I think I will hurry up this production of Burrow Streets, because we will need that soon. And namely, I think we'll need a few more Marines, so I'll build those guys up really, really rather fast, like. And there we go. It looks like our tech has reset, so now it'll only take us 5 turns to research Rookery. And the reason I want Rookery is because Rookery, or yeah, it'll allow us to recruit heroes in the marketplace, which will be really, really useful. So our town has expanded, production has expanded, and I recall it taking 5 turns to build Marines. Now it only takes 4. Really, really rather nice, so that is very good. And our town will just slowly and gradually grow like that, pretty much. In the meantime, it looks like Petrov is getting healed, so that's good. Let's see what other items that we can buy for her. So, let's see. Currently, I mean, we just have a whole bunch of like different armor units and all of these things, or a whole bunch of different objects, and these are all pretty much just costing us cash for them. If we research technologies that increases this armory pool, we'll actually be able to have some better stuff here and there. Let's see. I'm thinking about replacing the. Oh, I see. So if we use the longbow, it'll give her a lot more attack. But if we use the crossbow, it's a one-handed weapon, so then she can use the shield at one time. I don't want to save any changes there. So yeah, And I think we'll just let the game go on here. Now, we don't actually need a hero to say spawn or to say move these troops around. I think I'll just get one pack of Marines outside as a like bit of a scouting unit, and I think I'll just send these guys to wander about, and I'll check what is Orange doing over here. So yeah, we'll get that to just sort of do its thing. We'll let our forces still heal up, and let me check if there's an... I mean, I haven't played around with the actions of the units just yet, but I'm going to... Oh, I see. 2 of the actions aren't even inside the game yet. I'm seeing whether or not there's like a heal/rest ability like they had in the Civilization games, where you can just sort of press a button and it'll get our guys up to speed a little bit better. But unfortunately, there isn't one. I think I'll, Oh? I want to say that because there's so many cities, or so many people in the city, growth will be stalled, but it looks like these cities can grow to pretty big sizes. Yeah, I mean, it looks like going from this little tooltip, the city can have 375 people. No, that's not it. That's the growth rate, I want to say, but that's really weird. Huh. So yeah, I mean, we can assign these cities workers some different tasks. I haven't really been doing that because more or less I just wanted them to sort of produce more and more food so that they can expand even further. Ooh, no, those are not the people that we want to mess with. Our guys are just pressing forwards here. They found some other people here, so we found the one of these demon races, the Kanzanji, and it looks like they give better influence, assuming that we can cap them off. So yeah, they'll have a little village here, and I can show you guys those passive abilities, or those 2 abilities that we got from the language square in a little bit. But I want to check out this thing, a Wizard Stone location, giving us content, a lot of research, and a lot of productivity, so that is a nice little thing. Ooh, and yikes, it looks like they have a really big region. These orange people have like a pretty big place. Now, let's see. Are they going to... No, they're gonna try to siege us again. Wow, those guys really want us dead for some reason. You know what? I think I'll check the political thing again. I want to see, like, legitimately why they are mad at us right now. So yeah, we found these guys are still just beyond angry for whatever reason. We can spend some influence points to do certain things here and there. They're still at war with us for whatever reason. I honestly don't know why they want to be at war, but if they want to come at us, I suppose we'll just stomp their troops down again. And with that said, I'm going to get my army here reinforced. Petrel's going to lead an attack here, and this will be a nice little way to level up our heroes some more. And we'll also be able to figure out what these Vine Snakes' little circular attack actually does here. So yeah, another little battle starts here. Oh, I see, we can actually only deploy inside the little town. That's neat. And I recall one of these beasts being fairly damaged, so we want Petrov to snipe off that one first. And I do believe that these Vine Snakes are... Oh, they're level 2 as well. Actually, all of our troops are pretty much level... Oh, one Marine is not. Now, I believe those Vine Snakes, they're not offensive units. Or no, they're not the... What am I trying to say here? They're not ranged units, so they can't hit from there. And it looks like we are on a lower plane of terrain than all of them, so that is slightly problematic. And what I think I'll do is I'll move one of the Vine Snakes up to the high ground, the other one I'll keep inside the town? No, I think I'll just them to launch an attack like that. Hopefully this first one goes down on this first shot by Petrov. Yes, good. That'll solve things up pretty nicely, because then the rest of our guys can just sort of pummel the rest of these guys away. Circular attack. Oh, they do actually quite a little bit of damage. Yeah, now this is the part where the AI just sort of handles these things. Yeah, it is a circular attack in that it goes all around them. I'm still kind of figuring out what this charge attack is. Maybe it's yeah, unfortunately the manual doesn't talk about this. I'd imagine that there's some sort of a wiki for it, but so far